My first takeaway here is like Bosa seems like he's managing his knee very smartly, and he knows what he's doing, and he knows his body, and he'll probably be ready week 1. Kinlaw, though, I do not get the same vibes. Like Bosa is like, okay, he's a pro. His dad is in the league. His brother's in the league. He knows what he's doing. Kinlaw, I don't know, man. He came into the league with an arthritic knee or whatever you want to call it, and that's not his fault. But him getting injured between OTAs and training camp is his fault. He played in OTAs, really couldn't do much in training camp because of some setback he suffered traveling. And now he's week to week with the shoulder injury, which I know it happens playing football, but dude, it's starting to look like this guy might be a bust, which is too bad because he really is impressive when he's on the field. He's a very big, good athlete. Are you concerned about Javon Kinlaw yet, or what are you thinking with this D-line?
Very concerned, and it's the shoulder injury in particular that concerns me because I really want to see him work out. I'm able to find workout videos for some of the second and third string players, but as far as the first stringers, they're just like motivational videos of bogus workouts. But as far as like seeing him work out, I can flat out tell you this: they rave about his power and his power lifting prowess. Essentially, I have heard nothing about his work acumen and his ethic is. I mean, he puts a lot of effort into lifting and things like that, but I don't think he's managing the correct recovery. This goes back to the first reason I even came here to begin with, and that is the correct deactivation and activation workout procedures that you will use. I don't think he's working out correctly. If it's a shoulder thing, I'm going to assume that it's rotator, and I'm going to assume that it's his recovery of coming off blockers and then doing things like bench pressing afterwards, and none of the little things. I don't know enough about him to say that he's not taking care of his injuries, but he seems really injury prone for such a big beastly dude.
I'm not saying he's unprofessional, but there are ways that certain vets demonstrate professionalism. And a guy like Trent Sherfield is a good example. Like, they're always out there every day. They're not hurt. They're taking care of themselves. They do what they need to do to show up. Javon Kinlaw, I mean, he is there every other day. He has new injuries. And when he does practice, like, I mean, it's fun to watch, but he dances like throughout the entire warm-up, which is cool. But it's like, dude, you should be like the guy who's really serious, doing everything right. I don't know if you've earned the right to kind of just float through work. Like, you should be the guy who's the attention to detail guy, not the like, I'm super dope, I can do whatever I want guy, because you're not. You were in college, you're not now. And I think a better look is like, I'm really serious. This is business. And you don't give off that vibe yet. And I think you need to. It's a minor point, but all these things make me question, like, are you doing everything you need to do as a pro?
It's kind of strange because when he's interviewed, he's ice cold. I mean, you wouldn't figure him for being sardonic or something like that when he's at practice. So I was really surprised to see that in some of the training camp highlights that I saw. So like,
my question, like, do you like to work? I know Trent Sherfield likes to work. I know Kentavious Street likes to work. I know Buckner likes to work. Armstead works. Like, what's up, man? Or did you just kind of find a way to take training camp off? What was that?
He gets a lot of, how to put this, he gets a lot of hype compliments on his manliness.
Size.
And everything like that. And I think that has made him a little bit fat on that. And he's going to have to realize that, eventually it's not going to be the only thing that keeps you on the field.
Look, my ears go up when someone gets drafted and all the teammates and coaches, the best thing they can say is he's big. Like, yo, I've covered a lot of big players who weren't good. You got to tell me something else. And so far from what I've seen from him is he's big. And he does move well for a big guy. Like, he can run down to the sideline and make a tackle that's outside of his area, but I don't see it as a pass rusher, which is, I'm assuming, why they drafted him where they did. So, Javon, you're still young, but we're going to need to see like a maturity from you, because whether you like it or not, you're replacing DeForest Buckner, who could run for like Senate right now.
Exactly.
Barry Baller 18 says a couple of guys that played well Saturday, but not getting love. Givens, 2 near sacks and shot a gap, blowing up a run. I like Givens very much. Thank you for calling that out. And Sean Coleman was good, but now hurt. I did a film review of my YouTube channel showing who balled out. Well, check that out. Barry Baller 18, everyone. He's good. That's the thing with Sean Coleman.
I've seen him before.
Yeah, he's good. Sean Coleman hasn't ever played with the Niners. They've had him for like 4 years. He gets hurt in preseason. It's too bad.
Yeah, and we hadn't gotten to Givens and some of the other guys, but yeah. So, like what Grant was saying, as far as like Kinlaw's seeming apathy, we're not saying he's apathetic. It just seems like he leaves us wanting more. Givens gives us more, and he's smaller.
Yeah,
and that's the humility of those smaller players. Like, if you look at Tom Brady, for instance, where he was drafted, he's not fast, he's not athletic. Guys like that work hard, but then there's guys who are physically gifted, like Defoe, who work hard and they're gifted. And when you put that together, you're lethal. And I don't know. It's hard to get inside Kinlaw's head. I don't want to say that he doesn't have ethic because I don't know him well enough to say that. But these injuries are concerning, and that's where we are right now. We're not out on him, but we are concerned.
Yes. And I don't want to say that I think that Javon Kinlaw is apathetic. I just think he's like a lot of young players who don't quite understand how serious you need to be to make it. And I think he's always made it by being the biggest dude on the field. No, that's great. But now you're not. And just being big doesn't get you anywhere in the NFL. You have to take this job very, very seriously because all the backups on the team who are less talented than you take the job super seriously. Like, look at Contavious Street. Look at him. He was there every day in training camp. He kicked ass. And you didn't do that. So even though you have a leg up on him, you're letting someone who's less talented than you take your money. So I'm just saying, this is real life. This is serious stuff, man. And your draft status will help you forever. Look at Solomon Thomas.
What official BNA Music said there, by the way, he makes good music. I've listened to it.
Yeah.
So great stuff. That's right up my alley, official BNA, because that's my pet peeve, basically, is when you skip ice. I can literally be in pain in my knee, ice it one time, and I can go run 15 miles the next day, and I'm in zero pain. That's all it takes.
That's all it takes.
I'm 10 years older than Kinlaw.
Right, real quick.
I have less in the tank. And
yes, right. Javon,
I'm in no pain.
Yeah. Jay Mangold says you're scheduled today. I'm not doing Twitch. This is my last stream of the day. I'm getting a haircut at 1:30, my first haircut in 2 months. Then I'm packing. Then I'm going to the airport at 4. Then I'm getting on a flight at 6:30. Then I'm getting it. So it's a long day. But tomorrow, joint practice with the Chargers. I'm going to give all kind of coverage. I will do Twitch. I will do YouTube, and especially before the game on Sunday. I'm coming back. I'm not staying in Costa Mesa for a game.
And love to Mangold as well. Always leaves great comments. Thank you.
Yes, absolutely. So sorry I'm not doing Twitch today, but I got to take a flight. I got to get pretty out here in these streets because my hair looks terrible. Seth says Jennings answered your question nicely yesterday. I like Jennings a lot. He had a very much of a Kendrick Bourne type of exuberance that I liked. All right.
He does. He's so humble too.
Yeah, I like that. Linebacker. Oh, real quick, the humbleness. He was like, yeah, my nephews say they're faster than me, and they are. But, it's okay. It's like, yeah, well, you're in the NFL, and they're not. So don't take that, Jawan.
Exactly.